Hi everybody, I'm Nick. I'm the CEO of OneLife. OneLife is an idea that was born in 2016. It was based on the fact that we wanted to bring the car lovers to East Europe and the Balkans, and that's how everything started. And the first event was created in 2017. It was a small gathering of 17 cars the first year, always for a week. And we were driving from Ljubljana, which is the capital of Slovenia, through the Balkans, with the finish in Belgrade, the capital of Serbia. We started the company together with a friend of mine, which is nowadays no longer part of the rally, but this is how it all started. And we gradually grew in the first 3 years from 17 cars up to 100 in 2021. OneLife is a way of life. It's actually a philosophy that is following me for actually all my life. And it's just a saying that it's a sum of my beliefs that is saying we have limited time on this world and this time should be used good. OneLife doesn't mean everything with everyone or anything like that. It means that we should invest time in quality people, in good energy, in everything that brings good and that makes you remember things and makes life better. It's not an explanation that can be summed up in one word, but it's more a philosophy that needs to be described. From our experience, people that first time come to the event, drivers and co-drivers, I will just tell you a short story. One of now my friends at that time was one of the guys that came and joined the event. It was the event that was finished in Malta, the small country in the Mediterranean Sea. The last day when we arrived there, he was crying because he was so overwhelmed with all the feelings and everything that happened that week. So I'm always saying it's too hard to explain what OneLife exactly is, but once you join and once you experience it, you want to do it all the time, and that's basically the best marketing for us. It's not about selling the event, it's about people telling the experience, explaining the feelings that they have on the event, and they are the best storytelling that we can bring, I would say, when it comes to explaining what OneLife really is. The main philosophy of the event, I would say that passion always connects people, and one of the most strongest passions in the world, it's our love to the cars, to the speed, to the engines, and this is what brings all these different nations, different religions together on our events now. But not only that, it gives you opportunity to make business all around the world, to meet like-minded people, to invest your time, the week on the event, into your personal growth and also the growth of the company and the companies that you own. So I would say it's a multi-layer event, which can be used on multiple levels for your benefit. Our first event in 2017 was just a bunch of countries in the Balkans, and then we gradually grew and went to Turkey, Romania, Bulgaria. We went up to Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Prague, and then to come to a crazy idea now 2 years ago with the first event that we did in Africa, Kenya, which was something really spectacular, and to then grow and go overseas together with our partners in the States. We started OneLife USA with the events in New York, Miami, West Coast, and to come to this year's summer event in 2026, where we will be crossing from Europe to Africa again. But this time we'll be driving through all the countries in the West Europe, so passing through Italy, France, Spain, to enter Morocco and finish in Marrakesh. I think we are growing quite organically, and the philosophy is spreading, and I'm super happy to see all this driving experience, all that we can offer to them. I would say that our fast growth comes as a result of hard work from complete OneLife Rally team and the support of OneLife community, which is now super strong and it's spread all around the world. Of course, it's not something that comes without sacrifices, but it gives us a lot of happiness, and we are super proud of what we have achieved in the last 2-3 years. And we can only hope that with all the projects that we have ahead of us, our growth will continue in the same way, and that will bring joy and our way of thinking all around the world. So the basic idea of OneLife on the beginning was to make all Eastern European people join and drive around the Balkans without any limitations, in the way that there is no question about religions, no questions about political background or anything but we are all the same, we share the same passion, and we should spread good energy and a lot of good vibes around the Balkans, so people can see that the future is bright and makes them stay in the Balkans and develop it. But at the same time, it was a great opportunity for the people from Western Europe to show them what East Europe has to offer. I have a lot of clients, a lot of our family members now, saying that if it wasn't for OneLife, they would never come to the Balkans or to some of the cities in the Eastern Europe, which is nowadays luckily and happily changing, and we can see that the part of Europe on the east is becoming more and more popular, and the servicing going up. There is a lot of good roads, amazing vibes, great people, and this is something that brings joy to our drivers, and that's why we are so happy, and that's why they are so happy to come back year by year. I would say that one of my favorite destinations in the past is definitely Istanbul and Turkey. It was a funny coincidence that at that time the city of Istanbul, together with private partners, were finishing Galata port investment, which is a new port on the corridor between the Mediterranean Sea and Black Sea. And it was amazing because we were the first ever event at the new port. They even put new road just for us to start, because they didn't finish everything at that time, and it was together with COVID times. So basically we were able to drive in Istanbul without no traffic, which I think in next 100 years will never happen again. And this experience is just like when I remember we were driving over the bridge that connects European and Asian part, just us with the cars. It was something that I will not forget until I'll be alive, definitely. And this is something that also all the drivers, I'm sure, will never forget, and they are speaking whenever we meet, like Istanbul was something great. And it was a major experience for everybody, and made a big statement, especially during that hard times. When we are choosing locations for the events, we are always trying to make a combination between the aesthetics of the car, the design and the heritage that they bring, and try to combine them with historical parts of the cities. In my opinion, this is something that goes very well together. It makes people appreciate at the same time two super interesting things, and makes a great scenery for all the images that we bring and put online. One of my favorites as well was in Rome, Roma, Piazza Giuseppe Garibaldi. Sorry with my Italian. It was super great, amazing view, great combination of history and the cars, and even for the drivers, that's a special experience. Not everybody can do it, as well as you're in a group, and even the energy that gets together at that time, it's super amazing. And with whoever I speak, they always and everywhere mention all these special places that we are parked at, because it's something that they remember. I would also mention the star location in Dubrovnik, Stradun, where the Game of Thrones was shot. So basically we started at the same location. It's a super historical place, and something that is super famous in Croatia and around. To me, one of the most beautiful cities on the Adriatic and more, of course. It was, again, COVID times. Usually the city is full of people. It would be impossible to make a start with the cars there. But we can say only thank you to the community of Dubrovnik that at that time, the occasion of not too many tourists in the city brought up the opportunity for us to make the start there, and it's something that I will remember, and that will stay with us forever. And if there will be another opportunity in the years that come ahead, I would definitely repeat the start there. So coming to our special event in Africa, it's one of the specials that we do nowadays. Once in 2 or 3 years, we'll do special events always. Particular locations for particular drivers, because it's something super, I would say, different from what we usually do. And when I speak about this, I must mention Africa. We were doing an event in Kenya with a departure in the capital city, Nairobi. By the way, we were shipping cars with airplanes and with the boats. So there was a lot of logistical, let's say, movements before the start. Even just talking about Africa makes us feel very ecstatic. But when you're able to drive your own supercar in the national park, it's something that you cannot forget. And it's so different that even having a photo under Kilimanjaro with all the nature and everything, it's amazing to see something like that. And when you see the image, it's hard to forget it. But let me go back to the public event that we did in Nairobi. Talking with the government and our local partners, we were expecting around 5,000 to 10,000 people to come to the public event. We were parked on spots close to the presidential palace in Nairobi. And at the end, there was around 100,000 people which came for the show of the cars in the city. And it was super amazing, super great vibes, and something that I think hard to repeat anywhere in the world with a car event. The energy from the people, amazing. Experience in the country, amazing. There is not enough of superlatives to explain what were the feelings that we were experiencing in Africa, and hopefully we'll be able in maybe next decades to come back and do something really nice again. And I would love to show more of Africa to the world, and to show the progress that they are making in the last years. OneLife events, 7 days, 7 different countries. The first day, everybody's arriving usually. So we say 7 days, but nowadays it's like more than 10, 11 days because everybody is arriving earlier. They are super excited. They didn't see each other for some time. We have a lot of people that are already friends. They are meeting on the events, a lot of new arrivals. So basically they are arriving earlier. But the first day out of 7 days, it's sign-ups. So people do check-in, they receive presents, they receive gadgets from the event. Whatever the team has prepared for that year, they get summoned with the route, with the cities that we are going. with the rules, which we also explain later during the dinner and opening speech, which we always do. And then in the next days, we are changing cities, parking in super nice locations, usually in the city centers, sometimes in some special locations in the mountains or by the sea. And in the last 3 years, we now always stop for 2 days at the same location, usually in the middle of the week, because people need to regenerate, they need to get more energy, sleep well, so they are able to drive more. Because driving 5, 6, 7, 800 kilometers in a supercar, it's not a piece of cake. It takes a lot of energy and concentration, especially because the cars are low, and you need to be extra super careful when driving on the roads that you don't know, in the countries that you don't know. But that's part of the game, and that's part of the excitement that an event like that brings. So I would say 7 days of a lot of energy, a lot of experiences, a lot of different smiles, different people. So full of a week that if I would need to explain it, I would probably be explaining it for 20 days. That's how many things happen in that 7 days. So in August 2025, so a few months ago, we parked the cars for the start line in Times Square, New York. That was something that when we started years ago, I would not imagine that would happen. But thankfully to our partners in the States, we were able to acquire those permissions, and having those cars parked there, it was amazing to see. It was just something that I was not imagining, and even people that were joining the event from the States and around were super excited. And the departure there with a lot of people, a lot of tourists, with all the lights and everything that come with a start like that, it's something that will stay with me forever, because you only once do a start line on Times Square for the first time, and I'm sure we're gonna do it many more times. Year by year, we're trying to put our organizational skills on a higher level, and even with all the team that is working hard for the week. By the way, we are around 45 to 50 people working just in the team that travels through all the week from city to city. If I take in consideration also our local partners, there is more than 100 people each day working for the event to come to the level that we want to, and to make it possible for the drivers to experience what they are experiencing on the event. I super love Poland. That's why we chosen the start line there. And Gdańsk was amazing, super nice city with a lot of architecture. And then going through Wrocław, which we visited actually more than 5 years ago. But of course, after going through High Tatras with, in my opinion, one of the best hotels in Europe, we came to Sarajevo. Sarajevo holds a special place in my heart and in the heart of a lot of us. It's a super famous city in the Balkans where the Olympics were in the 80s. Unfortunately, was influenced by the war in the 90s, and now coming back with stepping through the big doors and offering a lot of amazing experiences in the city and around the city. But of course, the best that Sarajevo has to offer is the local people, which are super amazing. A lot of good vibes, a lot of smiles, and we are happy to come back year by year. And if I continue forward on the amazing road on the Croatian coastline, going up to Pula, also something that I can drive every day, and I'm sure also the drivers, never enough of that road. And finishing in the coastal city in Italy, Trieste, which is basically my hometown. I live right by the city. one of most beautiful cities in Adriatic Sea, and has been super welcoming to us, and the number of fans that showed up in the city were a big surprise to me as well, and I think also to the drivers that were part of the event in 2025. And I'm sure it will be a sight for us also in the upcoming years. 2026 is going to bring 4 events from our side, 4 big events. We're going to start in February with one of my favorites in Miami. It's a short event, but it's the beginning of the season and everybody loves it. A lot of crazy cars, a lot of amazing people. The weather is super nice in Miami in February. We will continue in June with our big European event. We will go from Portorož in Slovenia to Marrakesh in Morocco. So many countries I need to remember. We'll be passing all West Europe. The event is, by the way, limited to 70 cars only. But it's something that doesn't happen every year. We're going to be crossing the Gibraltar from Europe to Africa. It's one of super rare events when it comes to supercars. Then we have a West Coast event in the States. The scenery and the nature and the roads, something that I would not miss if I had the chance. And the last but not least, we have October and amazing Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan is one of the most beautiful countries in the world. From the point of view to the old architectural structures, to history, to the influence that they had in the past. And it's gonna be from our special events, similar to the one that it was in Kenya, Africa years ago. If you ask me what the future is bringing, I would say a lot of opportunities for OneLife events, for our members, for everybody that's following us. One of the highlights will be definitely a drive around the world with the supercars, which will happen in the upcoming years. But before that, we have the energy drink coming in June 2026. We are in the final phases of launching our energy drink. We have a lot of other projects, but one that is important for our drivers is the application that will make connection between them easier with a lot of information from everybody that it's part of the family. Because in this way we can offer a lot of opportunities for everybody and for all our members from around the world. For more information, definitely follow us, because this is not the last that you'll get from us.